Hi, my name is Olivia Lazzarini. I am a worship arts major with a communications minor, and I'm a senior here at GCU. And this is me. So some hobbies include singing, playing keys, and songwriting. And I love that I get to do that here and that it relates to my major. And it's really cool because I'm able to be a part of groups that are like-minded and that I get to hear their own songs that they write and that they sing. That I get to learn from them in that regard. And I think that's really a cool and beautiful thing. But sometimes I can fall into the trap of comparison and let my self-perception to decrease and creating a low self-esteem and feeling like, man, I don't sing as well, or I don't play keys as well as them. Lord, how are you gonna use me? How am I gonna be qualified for that? But it's important that I remember that the Lord has made me who I am, and that He makes me qualified, and I just have to be obedient to the calling. So that's what I'm continuing to learn and grow in, and as I move forward to my career in worship ministry. Something that I've learned from being a worship leader and a spiritual leader in worship, especially that responsibility, is in the church setting. So for example, some skills I've learned to communicate with your audience effectively, some nonverbal things you can do is what you wear. So for example, in adults, I might wear something like this just to be like, hey, I am your spiritual leader. Even though I'm young, I'm your spiritual leader. So you can look to me for a bit of that authority. Versus for kids, I might wear, just jeans and a t-shirt. But more nonverbal things I do there is, hand motions or jumping around, where in adult gathering, I would, just make sure my posture is good and that I communicate very effectively with my words specifically. And so those are some tools that I've learned from that. Some life experiences that have changed my self-concept is that I got the ability to go on a couple mission trips in high school. So I went to Costa Rica, South Africa, and Vietnam, and it was crazy because they were very different from each other, especially in their social norms. So for example, in South Africa, when you greet kids, it's something that we did was shop instead of like a fist bump or high five. But say in Vietnam, where they're a bit more individual and they're not as, physical contact and, they're more to themselves, which is totally okay. We just kind of waved at people, and that made them a bit more comfortable setting rather than just running up and giving them a big hug. And so it was important to know that in these cultures, you can minister to these people differently because they have different cultural norms. And so my responsibility in the future then is hopefully to teach others about this as I lead up other students and then help them and lead them on a trip, because I'm hoping to do that in my ministry in the future. So that's something cool that I've learned from that. And some relationships, one that has decreased my self-esteem is that I got bullied in 4th grade. And so unfortunately that made me just really insecure in who I am. I'm always worried about how other people are perceiving me. And also it made me seek approval from authority figures. And so personally, it's much easier for me to communicate with people that are older than me than it is for people my age. So that's something that I'm learning and growing in as well, especially in school. That kind of has affected me because I get really nervous speaking in front of people my own age. But honestly, some good relationships, some mentor relationships that I've had in my life have reminded me that my image is in the Lord, Imago Dei, that we're made in His image, and that I don't have to worry about other people are thinking of me because I am His child and who He has called me to be. So in my future career, just reminding those students that I'm ministering to about that and mentoring those people is really important. And so I want to make sure I'm able to do that just as effectively. So with that, thank you so much for your time, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.